Hi friends, welcome to Fluent Start English B1 Practice Podcast, Episode 2. I'm so glad you're here with me today. In this episode, we're going to talk about small talk, those everyday conversations that may seem simple, but actually make a big impact on your relationships, confidence, and opportunities. Small talk is everywhere, in cafes, at work, on the bus, or even online. By practicing these skills, you can feel more comfortable and confident in English. You might wonder, why is small talk so important? Well, small talk is more than just chatting about the weather or saying hello. It's a bridge to connection. When you start small talk with someone, you are showing that you are friendly, open, and interested in the world around you. Small talk can help reduce awkwardness in social situations, especially when you meet someone for the first time. Think about a time when you met someone new. Maybe you said, "Hi, how are you?" And they responded, "I'm fine, thank you." That short exchange might seem simple, but it can lead to deeper conversations if you continue it. Small talk is also a way to practice your English in real life. Even if your sentences are short or you make mistakes, people usually appreciate your effort to communicate. Another reason small talk matters is that it helps build trust and rapport. People are more likely to feel comfortable with you if you can share a few friendly words and show interest in them. In professional settings, small talk can even open doors to new opportunities. For example, asking a colleague about their weekend could lead to discovering shared hobbies, which might help you work better as a team. Finally, small talk gives you a chance to make a positive impression. Often, people remember how you made them feel more than the exact words you said. If you listen carefully, smile, and respond politely, you create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. So, small talk is not just casual chatting. It's an important skill for friendship, networking, and improving your English confidence. Now, let's talk about some common topics you can use for small talk. Choosing the right topic makes conversations easier and more natural. One of the most popular topics is the weather. You can say things like, "It's a beautiful day today, isn't it?" Or, "I think it's going to rain later. Did you bring an umbrella?" These small observations can start a friendly conversation. Another great topic is weekend or daily plans. For example, you could ask, "Do you have any plans for the weekend?" Or, "How was your day today?" This shows that you are curious about the person's life. People often enjoy talking about their experiences, hobbies, or fun activities. Food and drinks are also easy topics. If you're at a cafe, you can ask, "Have you tried this coffee before?" Or, "What's your favorite dish here?" Sharing recommendations or experiences about food can make a conversation lively and enjoyable. Hobbies and interests are excellent ways to connect. You might ask, "Do you enjoy reading?" Or, "What kind of music do you like?" When you discover shared interests, the conversation flows more naturally and feels more personal. Finally, you can talk about current events or local news. For example, "Did you see the new movie that just came out?" Or, "Have you visited the new park in town?" Be careful to keep the topic light and friendly, especially if you're still getting to know the person. The goal is to create a comfortable atmosphere where both people can share and respond naturally. Here are a few practical tips to improve your small talk skills. First, always listen actively. This means paying attention to what the other person is saying instead of thinking only about your next sentence. Nod, smile, or say small phrases like "I see" or "That's interesting" to show that you are following the conversation. When people feel heard, they are more likely to enjoy talking with you. Second, try to ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are questions that cannot be answered with just yes or no. They usually start with what, how, or why. For example, instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" you can ask, "What did you like about the movie?" This encourages the other person to share more, and the conversation can flow naturally. Third, don't forget to share a little about yourself. Small talk is a two-way street. For instance, if someone says, "I went hiking this weekend," you can respond, that sounds fun. I like hiking too, especially near the lake. Have you been there? Sharing small details helps build a connection and makes your conversation feel balanced. Fourth, use positive body language. Even though your words matter, your gestures, facial expressions, and tone of voice make a big difference. Smile, make eye contact, and keep an open posture. This makes you approachable and makes the other person feel comfortable. The most important tip is to practice regularly. Small talk is like a muscle. You get better the more you use it. Try talking to colleagues, classmates, or even shop assistants. Start with short greetings and gradually add questions or comments. Over time, your confidence will grow, and speaking English in everyday situations will feel easier and natural. Let's dive deeper into practicing everyday conversations. Think of small talk like a friendly game. You take a turn, the other person takes a turn, and the game keeps going as long as both are interested. The most important rule: keep it light, friendly, and natural. First, let's practice a shopping scenario. Imagine you're at a clothing store and you see someone looking at the same shirt you are. You can start with, "Hi, that's a nice colour, isn't it?" If they respond positively, you can add, "I'm looking for something for a family party. How about you?" This small exchange might lead to talking about favourite clothing styles, shopping tips, or even fashion trends. Next, let's try a public transport scenario. You sit next to someone on a bus or train. After a few minutes, you might say, "It's really crowded today, isn't it? Or do you take this bus every day?" If they respond, you can follow up with a question about their work, studies, or how long their journey is. Keep your tone casual so it feels like a natural conversation, not an interrogation. Now, let's practice a workplace or school situation. You're waiting for a meeting or class to start, and you're sitting next to a colleague or classmate. You could say, "I heard the meeting might be short today. What do you think?" Or, "Did you understand the homework for this week?" These openers are great because they are related to your shared environment, which makes it easier for the other person to respond. Another good practice area is social events like parties, weddings, or community gatherings. If you meet someone new, you can start with, "Hi, how do you know the host?" Or, "This place looks great, doesn't it?" From there, you can move into questions about where they live, what they enjoy doing in their free time, or how they know other guests. Finally, for learners who feel shy, practice alone first. Stand in front of a mirror and say your opening questions out loud, or record yourself on your phone and listen to how you sound. Practice with a friend or language partner through role play. For example, you can take turns being the customer and the shop assistant, or the traveller and the local. The more you repeat these short exchanges, the more natural they will feel in real-life situations. Remember, small talk is not about saying something brilliant. It's about starting the connection. You listen, you respond, and you ask again. That's the cycle that makes small talk smooth and enjoyable. So, friends, as we wrap up today's episode, I want you to remember this. Small talk is not about perfect grammar or long speeches. It's about building connections, step by step, one short conversation at a time. You don't have to be an expert or know thousands of words to make a good impression. You just need a friendly smile, a little curiosity, and the courage to start speaking. I know that for many English learners, starting a conversation can feel scary. Maybe you worry about making mistakes, or maybe you're afraid the other person won't understand you. But here's a secret. Most people aren't judging you. In fact, they'll appreciate your effort to speak and connect. Every time you try, you're improving your fluency, your confidence, and your social skills. Mistakes are not failures. They are proof that you are learning. Think about how many opportunities you have every day to practice small talk. When you order a coffee, when you take the bus, when you meet a classmate, or even when you're waiting in line at the supermarket. Each of these moments is a chance to practice, even if it's just for 20 seconds. The more you use these moments, the faster you'll see progress. And remember, small talk often leads to big impact. You never know when a simple, "Hi, how are you?" could lead to a new friendship, a helpful connection, or an opportunity you didn't expect. That's the magic of everyday conversation. It's small in words, but big in possibilities. Thank you for joining me today on Fluent Start English B1 Practice Podcast. This was episode 2, Small Talk, Big Impact, Everyday Conversation Skills. In our next episode, we'll explore how to continue a conversation naturally so you can avoid awkward pauses and keep people engaged. Please subscribe, like, share with your friends, and leave a comment below. Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, every small hello could be the start of something amazing.